Hello everyone, we keep it real on this channel. It's not been the best of times, however, I still want to record something so that you guys have something to watch, because I cannot let you down. However, how can I make this better? If you look at the thumbnail I've probably put on the screen right now, I'm gonna put 2 plasters or band-aids on my head, just like that, and everything gets better. If she genuinely sent 40k because of that, oh, here you go, have that so you can feel better because you got 2 plasters on your head. Where were you during my surgery? I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and assume that the Catfish team put it there, but you are in trouble. Yeah.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Scamfish
Hello.
presented by socialcatfish.com. Today, we will help a woman named Anne. She's currently living in Las Vegas, Nevada. She met a man named Mike Paul Rusger online who claims he's in the Gulf of Mexico. Mike and Anne have been dating for 2 years and met on the dating app Tinder. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get into it.
Goodness.
My name is Anna.
Go do that, by the way, where you probably already are. Goodness, she said it so fast. Let's back up a bit. Gosh, wasn't expecting that. Let's just calm down.
My name is Anna. I met Mike Rusgar on Tinder back in September 2019. He video chatted me from his vehicle, and it was a nice vehicle. He asked me to go on Hangouts. I fell in love. Well, I don't know what else to say. He stole my heart. Until this day, I just texted him this morning. Woke me up with a good morning. How am I doing? I've been supposed to be meeting him for the past year and a half.
By the way, I can understand why some victims actually go to their car and film because, whispering is... I have no point there, so I'm going to open this water. Oh, goodness. ASMR. Can you... That's staying in by the water channel, this is.
Stop it. Get some help.
Every time we're supposed to meet, something comes up. He's an engineer on an oil rig in the Gulf of Mexico.
What camera did Mike use for this? Huh? That's probably one of the clearest photos you will ever see of someone at work. And is that guy, I was going to say, is he sitting on nothing? But he's kind of like floating. I know he's pulling, what is that? I don't know what that is, pipes? Pulling pipes. Yeah, that's an innuendo.
And then one day I get a phone call saying one of his machines broke on the rig. I sent him a lot of money.
Yes.
I can't even count anymore. It's close to $40,000. I was sending him...
Right. I said right? Who cares? I swear this looks like from WWE back in the day, right? Brodus Clay. I've probably got a picture of him up as well. Doesn't it? Or maybe it's just me. It just surprisingly looks a lot like him.
For the machine. And then from there it went to he was going to get arrested because he didn't finish his contract.
Why?
The only thing I'm confused about is I saw his face. I saw his face when he ended up in the hospital because he got into a fight with somebody on the rig. And I was sending money for them to get off the rig.
Hold on a second. Because this picture kind of scares me, right? That does not look like a hospital. Unless, I don't know, it's just me maybe. But I've never seen a hospital give you what looks like some kind of fairy pillow. Nice hospital.
They couldn't get onto a helicopter because of COVID. Just 100 and some employees, and I'm sending money. And he said, I'm finally going to run away. I believed it. Stupid me, I believed it. And
where are you going to run, mate? You're on an oil rig. Presumably, in the middle of some body of water, where are you running? Maybe mentally you can run away, but quite literally you have to be picked up by someone in a boat. So
just want to know the truth.
And also, what in tarnation is on his finger there? Sometimes the pictures that the scammers choose, right? The real people behind them, I'm really confused on the context sometimes of them. What is that? You've smudged someone's makeup? What the?
I'm devastated. I actually contacted Social Catfish so that I can move on with my life. Not very many people know about the situation. Kept it a secret about the money.
Except for YouTube. Absolutely love it when people on any show who knows embarrassing bodies, for example, say, "Oh yeah, I didn't want to go to my doctor because I was embarrassed, so I've come onto this national TV show and whip out my aubergine that's just left in the oven too long," we'll say. But now, in this case, nobody knows about this, so I'm going to come on this YouTube show so I can tell everyone. It doesn't make sense. Do you know what I mean?
I just want to go on living a normal life because for the past year and a half, I've been so sick.
After receiving this video from Anne, our team immediately started to investigate this mystery man.
Okay, maybe he's not Brodus Clay.
So what's frustrating is we keep finding matches for the images. So that's the guy right there.
Okay.
And that's the guy right there. And the clothes he's wearing, these are super expensive clothes.
How do you know? Can I see
And so he's obviously somebody of status. He hangs out at these clubs all the time, goes to concerts. We've seen multiple pictures with him, but we can't find out who he is. And we've seen multiple pictures of him and her, and they're always at clubs, always at concerts, but we can't find out who the real people are. So they're either people that have money and they're doing this because the way they dress and what they wear, or they're pseudo celebrities. So the people that they seem to hang around a lot tend to be singers and artists. We ran the other images. Look, you don't get legroom like that in planes. So he's either flying first class or he's in the emergency aisle. I'm gonna try running these other pictures too, by the way. Oh, look at the hands. It's not even the same color as his skin.
Oh my goodness. He's throwing up gang signs or something there. Goodness gracious me. What's his hat say? Medellin. Great Photoshop, scammers. Great. And if she genuinely looked at this picture and didn't question the fact that his finger looks like he swapped hands with E.T., I don't know what to tell you then, Anna, or Anne. Phone home. You probably should have, instead of coming onto big YouTube. And anyway, I digress. Annie, my treasure, how many names do you have? I will forever love all my life. Wait, what? I will forever love all my life. I think we all love our life. Well, sometimes I do anyway. What does that mean? You forgot you. I will forever love you all my life. This is the epitome of content right here that you're watching. By the way, going off of what I said in the beginning, that has not been the best of times. I apologize if, I don't know, perhaps I'm not my usual easy on drugs self. So apologies for that. Okay, we're going to move on?
That's 100% Photoshop.
I never would have guessed.
And that looks like a totally different guy. But dudes be what beard catfishing?
Yes, he's real.
They grow that beard out and it's like a different guy.
What is going on here? We've slapped memes in. What? Hold on a second here. I know this is an older episode, and the way I edit, I love and much prefer the older days of YouTube. I think I mentioned it in a video, maybe a video that's going to come out later, because I have like 1 or 2, I think, like recorded batch, because that's how things work. I think either there or I've mentioned it previously that I like the old way. So, like this, toned down and what's the word I'm looking for here? Just less dramatized. They used to slap memes like me. Oh. Can we go back to this? Probably not, but it'll be nice.
Most people have like some trail that they leave, right? So like if you have an email address, especially one that's been around for a while, there should be something that like ties back to you. So like when you go create profiles on like social media, you use like the same username, you're going to use that email address to create profiles. And
look, I'm not going... It's fitting that the screen has just gone vroom, because I think I heard a car or a motorbike in the background of the actual episode. And if that's the case, I'm going to rewind. But me and the memes, the unnecessarily loud drivers, me and the Catfish team have more in common.
Should be something that like ties back to you. So like when you go create profiles on like social media, you use like the same username, you're going to use that email address to create profiles. And so over time, you're going to build something up. If we don't have information on your email, we might have data breach information for you. And what that is like the data breach information, like over time, like everybody's gotten those emails like, hey, I was part of a data breach. No. We use that to validate if an email is real or not. So sometimes we don't always have the data, but we can look, okay, this was part of a data breach. These are the types of sites that this guy's on or this girl's is on. But if nothing comes up, it's most likely a fresh email or something that's an email that's not used very often. And when she has 3 emails that she's communicating with him with, and nothing pops, that's usually a red flag, especially the fact that we're seeing these pictures on other dating sites that look to be used to scam other people.
So usually that means that email was like either fresh or new too, like
yeah, it's
like
a fresh.
He probably just made it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yes.
Hey, Zach, come here. Tell me what you think this says.
Who's Zach?
Please.
Could I see your
micro or something? International. Let me see if I can zoom.
Thanks, guys. I really could tell what that was.
LE micro international.
Thank you. Assuming like a phone company or something.
Telemicro. That's what I was thinking. Like he's like a stage guy, right?
Yeah, or like
but
a
like
manager.
I mean, the dude does well. Like he's always dressed nice. Like
here is something that I want to mention, kind of regarding just like people call it stunting. If you know what stunting means, like showing that you have more than what you have. So just because he dresses nice doesn't necessarily mean that he has a lot of money. Now, obviously, I'm not saying this guy in particular has no money, because most likely he probably does, the real guy. But just be wary of it on social media, you know? If you see someone living lavish and stuff, don't let it beat you up. Don't let it get you down, because sometimes it's just not real, you know? So stay in your own lane type vibes. Because I've actually seen people live lavish, some influencers, and then they get found out for like dealing drugs and shit. So just remember that. Just be content with what you have, you know?
We scoured the internet for days, and it was a success. It was time to tell Anne about everything we found.
Okay.
Before we get into it, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Go do that.
We work really hard on these videos, and all the support never goes unappreciated. Let's get back into it.
Annie.
Hi.
hey,
Sorry, is he in like some kind of studio and he's about to record something? That's the biggest monitor I've seen. There's a chimp in the... I need that. I need that. But this is the strangest setup I've ever seen from the Catfish team. Why is he in the dark?
Doing? So we've been hard at work. I just want you to know
we've been digging into all this information. It's taken us a long time to figure things out, but I want to run through the information that we found out for you so that you have everything you need to make a good decision.
Okay.
So first of all, going into the contract, one of the things about like a big company, they're not going to just send like a one-page, 300-word contract. If they
do, run away. Do not work for them.
A contract off to somebody, there'd be a bunch of legal jargon. Their lawyers would comb through it. There'd be exclusions, things you can and can't do. And it definitely wouldn't be a page long, especially when you were talking about a large contract like this. So 100%, Annie, that is not a real contract.
It's a
the
short
next
story.
thing I want to walk through, so you had sent the driver's license, right? And so we went through the driver's license and we actually found...
Just hold on. Just hold on many, many seconds, all right? First of all, Turkish driving license.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Secondly, and I think most importantly, 1996. I want to assume that is the the issue date and not birth date, because you are not born in 1996, Mike. Sorry.
Example of a Turkish driver's license, but the Turkish driver's license has completely different fonts, right? So the fonts that you were given in the Turkish driver's license, things were slightly blurry, almost like it was photoshopped. When countries make currency and...
Almost like it was photoshopped, David. It was. I must pose again the question. I like these older episodes, but I feel like sometimes there's just not enough context. Why the hell does he have a Turkish driving license?
They make IDs. They do it so it's very difficult to counterfeit. If you were to print it on a normal computer, it would be difficult. And so there are things like watermarks in the background. There are different shapes, designs, colors that make it difficult to do that. And so in the ID that we looked at, those things were actually blurred out. Like it was, the whole thing was photoshopped. And then one thing also, so we took the image that you...
Nah, I'm sorry, but Drew, what is he doing? Why is he stood like this in the, can you see this? Why is he doing that? Either he's cosplaying Mbappe, doing that whole thing, or he's some type of bodyguard in this studio. It's weird. Editing H here. In case you missed out on what I said because of the truly magnificent microphone work, if you have this in the background, this video, I moved the microphone away from my face so that I could act like Mbappe when he scores. He's a footballer celebrating. I basically said Drew is cosplaying as Mbappe, or he's acting like a security guard. Just wanted to get that in there in case you couldn't hear properly what I was saying. In the end, it wasn't even worth it, was it?
It was a selfie. So that's a picture on the internet of that guy taking a selfie of himself. And so
yes,
the person that sent you this ID, they essentially cropped the selfie, removed the background, and slapped it on this. It's not 100%. This is not a real ID. It took us 5 days to find this person. And so essentially when we ran image searches for this person, using our image search, that's kind of where we started.
What is Drew doing?
And we hit so many roadblocks, Annie, but then we got a few good hits, and I'll show you where those came from. What was interesting is we found a bunch of club pictures, right? And so we found pictures of him in a club, wearing very flashy dress, right? And so when we go into those pictures, you can see him right here, right? Right in the middle in the white shirt.
Yep.
And he's wearing the diamond necklace. He's wearing expensive clothes. And so
right
away we're like, look, this guy has to have money, right? The way he's dressing, the way he's carrying himself, he has to have money.
What in tarnation? Get shit done. in the background. Can you see that in the top right? What a setup. I don't know why, but everything about that room is just so intriguing. It's just so left field of what we're used to seeing from the team. Get shit done.
But
yes,
it led us to all these different dead ends, right? And so we went through, we translated the page, and we found out that this was some club promotion, right? So it was in a club, in a bar. There was an artist, this Elvis artist, that went and performed, and he was front row with this girl. And so we were able to find pictures of the girl at other clubs without him, and then we were able to only find the pictures of him in the club. And one thing that we did was super interesting. We got a picture of him and another guy wearing a green shirt.
Yeah, that's the one I sent you.
So we got
well done.
A hit on the guy, right? And the older gentleman in this picture, he's actually the CEO and president of Telemicro. If you look right here, he's wearing a Telemicro shirt. He's worked for Telemicro for a while, and he's in like the radio DJ industry. If you go into these pictures, we actually found more pictures of him. Did you see that right there?
Yeah.
So this is him. They're at a Fiesta Telemicro. And so this Fiesta, every single year this company puts it on, and they honor their employees. They have, you know, artists come, and it's a big deal. Like
it's
a really
plug
big deal
for the company.
And then we found more pictures with him, and we translated it. And in the translations, they're saying, look, these are my coworkers, and we're taking pictures with my coworkers. The guy that you're talking to has sent you a fake ID, a fake contract, a fake name, and he's saying that he's an oil rig worker, which he's not. The real guy is like a pseudo celebrity, so he's not like a big name person, but he's a radio DJ and personality.
All right, relax.
That does that for a living, and he networks with tons of celebrities, and that's what he does. He doesn't work on an oil rig at all, and he definitely doesn't need money. This guy has money.
How do we know this?
And so, unfortunately, like whoever you're talking to seems to be a romance scammer, and all they're interested is in getting money from you.
Oh, that's even more whispering.
Annie, I'm so sorry.
Than before. I don't know how to watch people cry, you know.
Stupid. I knew it all the while. I knew it.
Well, once again, I repeat that it's actually a red flag on yourself if you notice red flags and still persist with the scam. I know you want it to be real, but at the end of the day, 40K for someone you've never met is insane. Even giving it to someone who you do know is insane. And if you do that, please give me some money as well. So please, if you're gonna notice red flags, again, I'm not naive to the fact that some situations that when there are red flags, you know, you can't just leave. I know that. But in a case of being scammed and you've never met the person, etc., when you notice a red flag, you know, consider the red flag as a means of go. You know, think of it as shut up.
Okay, it's all good. I can live now.
Oh.
I can move on with my life.
That's a bit morbid.
I've been sick. I haven't left the house.
Look, it's very upsetting right now, and her crying is kind of making me emotional. But what does she mean that she's been sick and hasn't left the house? I hope. Well, it's kind of mad to say I hope, but I do hope the reason for that is not solely tied to the scammer. As in, you're talking to the scammer and now you're not leaving your house, etc. Because that would be very concerning that, well, a relationship has taken over your life that much. remember, I've said this before. A relationship it should be you and one person coming together as two individuals to share your life together, right? Not coming in one person is 100% for some, if that makes sense, and then the other person comes in and makes the relationship their entire life. So I hope that's not the reason. And, the health aspect made you not go outside. I hope you're doing well now, of course. But yeah, does that make sense? That I hope the relationship is not the reason you didn't go outside and made you sick, etc. By the way, if you're wondering what this is, I just had a pack of pickles before recording. Did you need to know that? I don't know, just in case,
What was it
I don't
about
think there's
this
need,
online relationship?
I don't think there's a need to show her, like, crying, right? Not that long, especially.
That just made you cling on so much and ignore what you know.
She's probably going to say lonely. I don't know, man.
He gave me attention.
Give you what?
I don't get.
Oh, attention.
Can I show you something else?
Yeah.
So
I want to mention attention. That no doubt getting attention from someone, especially, you're trying to be romantically involved with them, right? It's a nice feeling. But I do want to stress to everyone that please give yourself attention. I know it's not the same, but give yourself enough attention that you're not easily swept off your feet if someone else gives you a bit of attention. We didn't really deep dive into the messages between them, but I'm assuming it's going to be the typical have you eaten, what's your favorite color type nonsense. So I do hope everyone within themselves, you can get to a place where you're content enough, with your appearance maybe, or, so many other factors that if someone, gives you a bit of attention, you don't just fall head over heels just for that little bit of attention. Does that make sense? Hopefully it makes sense.
Set an IP tracker, right? And
why is the footage all of a sudden so
we
clear?
got a hit on the IP tracker that will show his exact location. So the first one hit in Chino, California.
What?
And we're like, that's interesting, Chino. And so we sent the second one.
What, like the
And
trousers?
when we sent the second one, it hit in Lagos, Nigeria.
Okay.
And he spent 4.5 minutes on the site from Lagos, Nigeria. And so what sometimes they'll do is they'll use what's called like a VPN to hide their location. And so they can sign on to social networks and apps and chat apps and hide their location, right? And so the second time that he went back, which was just a few hours, it was a completely different hit from Lagos, Nigeria. And nobody can fly from Chino, California to Lagos, Nigeria in a few hours. And so for sure, they either forwarded it to somebody else to have them check the link out for them before they clicked on it, or they were using a VPN to hide their location. And so we're very confident that the person that you're talking to is in Lagos, Nigeria.
Yeah.
Guys, I mean...
Wow.
Hello?
I'm such a smart woman, and I didn't think I'd get myself.
Oh my God, you've ruined it. You've ruined it, and even the computer went pop because it couldn't take that anymore. You've ruined it. Don't say you're a smart woman on this show. Don't say you're a smart man. Please. Just don't do it. Just say I was stupid and just move on, right? Don't big yourself up. I know pride comes before the fall, but please stop it.
It is what it is.
No,
this messes with you.
Yes and no.
Your psyche. If you want to meet with a counselor, if you want to talk to somebody,
yes,
there are lots of online counselors where you can talk to on the phone. You don't even have to go in person. We'd be more than happy to get that started for you if you need.
Didn't I say in the previous one that I hope they do mention counseling a lot more. Granted, this is older, but in the new episodes, I hope they do that more. It's like they they're on a brainwave with me. You don't want to be on a brainwave with this brain. I tell you that much. I don't have a clue what's going on up here. My brain is sitting there like this. And then it wakes up. Ah. You know the Animal Crossing, how they speak. And then it goes. Is that funny?
This is great banter. It really is.
Some help there, okay?
I do hope she got support
Keep us
that she needs.
updated. Take your time, and just let us know if you need anything else, all right?
Thank you so much.
No problem, Annie. I'll talk to you later, okay?
Bye.
Bye.
Man, I can't imagine then you just go back to
Thanks
like bed
for
or
watching
something.
another episode of Scamfish presented by socialcatfish.com. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time.
Yes, you will. Okay, click that button as well.
Scams come in so many different forms. If you have been a victim of any of the scams below, please email us at sharemystory@socialcatfish.com.
Hold on a second here. I've never really watched this part fully. But have they ever mentioned any of these scams other than romance scams on their show? Like there's been sprinklings of some of them, but predominantly romance scam. No, that's interesting. Like I've never seen a healthcare scam, I guess, on one of the episodes, or maybe I've just not watched it yet. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. The main take point from this is especially that last part where she said it is what it is. I'm a big it is what it is type person. I just say that and just try to move on. But please yourselves do not do that. I do it just because I don't know any better, I guess. And obviously I'm being hypocritical here. But you watching this, I care more about everyone else rather than myself. So please, if you are in a position and something has happened, don't it is what it is, right? Please go and seek professional support, even if you just have to go speak with your friends and family. And just don't be like her. Don't whisper. I mean, she's whispering, I guess, so that she doesn't wake people up. But I hope she's not whispering so that no one can hear and she doesn't get embarrassed or something. Actually, I think that's the case because she said no one knows. And especially if something happens, tell the people around you rather than the world on YouTube. You know, that's less embarrassing. But please, just look after yourself and stop sending people money for the love of everything that's holy in this world. We didn't even see what happened. Why did he need 40k? Well, unless I've missed it.
What are you? An idiot sandwich.
There was a fight or something. Oh, I mean, no, he did end up in the hospital, which looked like a home. So that's interesting. I'll see you guys next time. Again, I apologize if I'm not my usual self, I guess. Life. The playlist is up here. Much love. You take care. Bye.